Hello and welcome to Another Home Sold, an educational show about real estate where you hear from the experts everything that you need to know about buying, selling, maintaining your property. My name is Steve Verdelli and I'm a realtor with Coldwell Banker, Wellesley's #1 real estate firm for the past 25 years. Today we are very fortunate to have Jonathan DiPietro here, who is from our corporate office. Jonathan, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
So you're at our corporate office in Waltham, which is right up the road.
Yes.
And how many people work there?
About 125.
And what goes on there? How many offices? How many departments?
So we oversee all of the sales offices for Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage of New England, of which there's 99. So we have several departments there. We have our marketing department, we have our finance department, obviously our relocation department, our IT, all these groups come together.
Great. And you are the Regional Relocation Manager for New England.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about Coldwell Banker and relocation, what that means. People think relocation is moving from California to Boston or from England to Boston, but it's a lot more than that. What exactly is it? Tell me a little bit more about that.
So relocation is when someone is getting some sort of benefit for their home sale or purchase. So it could be a corporation is relocating them and they're getting benefits from them, or it could be that they're a member of an organization, they get some sort of benefit by being a part of that organization.
So a benefit, sort of like a little carrot on a string. I'm going to ask you to relocate your whole family and your life from Austin, Texas to Boston. With that comes a little bonus for you.
Yes.
In order to do that. But there's also different types of relocation with affinity programs, which we'll get into that a little bit later. So what is the feedback that you're getting? We know we love it up here. That's why we love or
Right.
why we live here. What are you getting feedback from other people about the area? What are people saying that they find so attractive about the Boston area?
Well, I think certainly Boston itself, with the allure of all the culture, museums, restaurants, shopping, definitely a big draw for people. But I think New England, having relatively smaller sized states, everything being so close, being able to take a trip up to Maine for an afternoon, being able to go skiing in Vermont for the afternoon, head down to New York City for just a couple-hour drive, head to the Berkshires for the weekend, head to the Cape. Everything is just so close to us. I think also schools can be an important consideration as well. We see a lot of that for people coming in. And Massachusetts frequently ranks among having the best public school system in the country if you look at the third-party rankings. So such as Education Weekly has ranked Massachusetts for the 7th consecutive year as having the best public school system in the country. Wow.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Boston Magazine just came out with their top 50 public high schools. Dover Sherburne #1, Wellesley's #5, but I was surprised to see how many schools were right around this 128 area.
Yes.
In the 781, 617 area, even 508. So this just came out, Boston Magazine. Check this out. I'm sure you can see it online as well, and we'll have it posted on our Facebook page. So what type of companies are relocating to this area?
Well, we have a lot of pharmaceuticals in Boston and Cambridge, a lot of biotech, and hospitals, universities, colleges, definitely a big draw for people relocating to Boston.
And you're getting a lot of companies moving here, so a lot of it is corporations.
Yeah, there's a lot of conglomerates that call Boston its headquarters, so certainly a lot of employees with those as well.
And what are the most recent ones that you've started working with?
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that.
Okay, no problem. We'll move on. So what are some of the hot areas that are going on right now that people are giving you feedback saying, I really want to live here?
Well, Wellesley and Weston have been a historic draw for people. For those who are working in downtown Boston, they offer about the best commute that you can have while still retaining that true suburban feel. We also have seen a big spike in interest in areas such as Arlington, Salem, Melrose. These are some more moderate areas, but definitely big retail districts and restaurant districts that have seen a lot of improvement that people are getting drawn to. We also have an influx of millennial buyers now who are just starting to enter the marketplace. So we see a lot of them looking in more urban areas, but areas that they can still compete with the buyer pool. So we have a lot of them looking in South Boston, Dorchester, Somerville, Chelsea. Definitely a lot of interest in that where they can still retain that true urban lifestyle.
And have access to easy commutes to highways and trains,
Exactly.
getting all over the city. What would you say are some of the trends in relocation?
Well, we've seen a bit of a cooling off with some of the corporate business, and I think a lot of that can attest to just it's prohibitively expensive for a corporation to relocate an employee, so they might look at other options. But what we have seen on the flip side is a huge surge in our affinity business.
So what is affinity business? Tell me more about that.
So Affinity is a member of an organization who receives cash back after closing by going through their group's real estate program. So, for example, we do a lot of partnerships with some military organizations. So we work with a lot of VA buyers who really deserve the best service possible for what they've done, and they get cash back after closing by going through if they go through one of these programs. And we also have a lot of partnerships with the area's hospitals, universities, and colleges. So faculty, alumni, we work with a lot of them for their moves, and they get a cash back if they go through a program.
So an affinity program could actually be any type of organization or school, university, or even a private company.
Oh yeah, it could be any form of corporation. But really our sweet spots where we've had a lot of success are the military and colleges and universities, but it could be any corporation, small or large.
So does the corporation actually contribute to this benefit, or is this strictly through Coldwell Banker?
It's both, but I don't know if I can really talk about that either.
Okay, I'm sure every single program is different.
Yes.
So how does a company, if they don't already have an affinity program, establish one?
So we could talk to their HR director, so either you or I, we could connect with them or some executive level management that's able to make those decisions, and definitely go in there and talk about the benefits. It's really win-win for both the company and the employee.
So this doesn't necessarily have to be a relocation. Somebody could be buying a house and moving from Natick to Wellesley.
Exactly. It costs the company nothing.
It costs the company nothing, and they work directly with the professional staff here at Coldwell Banker.
Yes.
And they would get some type of stipend or something back in the end of the transaction.
Absolutely, and like you said, most of these are local moves, so they're not getting some form of corporate relocation benefits. They're just doing a move within the same town or the town over, and we can work with them on both the home sale and the home purchase.
And is there any limit to if they're buying a home as a rental property or an investment property or a vacation home?
Nope, it doesn't matter. As long as it's an actual purchase or sale, they can get the benefit.
Really? And this is open to any company. Is there a limit to how many transactions they have to have in a year?
We certainly look for companies that have a certain number of moves within a year. If there are just going to be a few, a lot of times it's not really worth it for the company and for us to do that. But if there's going to be at least a good number, it's a good program.
So any company you figure with at least 500 employees is going to have at least 20 moves a year.
Yes. Yes.
So that would be a target audience.
Absolutely.
Great. So if your company is more than 500 employees, please give me a call and we'll set you up on an affinity program. Let's talk a little bit about the unknown and the surprises that occur during relocation. What are some of the stories that you've heard, issues that have come up, things that people weren't expecting?
Yeah, well, sticker shock is certainly a concern for people, depending on what part of the country they're moving from. So Boston real estate commands some of the highest prices in the nation, so that can definitely surprise people. And I think also the need for a pre-qualification and to get pre-qualified very early on in the process, so that way the buyer realizes what their purchase power is and any steps that they can do to maximize that purchase power. And I think also it goes with cash buyers. So if you are a cash buyer, making sure that you have your proof of funds and all your documentation in hand, so when you do find the property that you want, you can move forward with making an offer so you don't miss out.
Absolutely, and that goes for selling as well. I mean, these relocation people oftentimes have to sell a property, and as I tell all my clients, your best offer is not necessarily the most money that somebody's offering.
That's true.
It needs to come up with backing, with proof of funds.
You need to look at all the details.
Everything about it. What are some of the programs? I mean, we talked a little bit about affinity programs. What are some of the other benefits of relocation programs?
So you're set up with a relocation trained agent who's been screened and trained for working with relocation. You're speaking with a relocation consultant at Coldwell Banker who makes sure that we're making the best agent match for that customer. And
somebody's tracking this whole process for them.
Yes, exactly.
So somebody from relocation is in contact with the relo all the time, which is great if you're coming from one area to another.
Do you want to take it from the last question?
Yeah,
Can we?
Sorry.
Okay.
I blanked a little bit.
All right, you're good.
So what are the benefits of working with a relocation department?
So you're being set up with an agent who's been screened rather than just someone right off the street. You're making sure that you have the best agent match for that customer. We have a relocation consultant that conducts about a 30-minute consultation with the customer to really make sure that we're making the best match possible. And
we'll start again. So what are the benefits of working with a relocation department?
So the customer is going to be paired with an agent who's been screened, background checked, trained, and they're going to be speaking with one of our relocation consultants with about a 30-minute consultation, typically to make sure that we make the best agent match possible for that customer. The consultant's also going to be checking in on the progress of their home search or home sale to make sure that they're getting the best service possible. So the customer is not in this on their own. We want to make sure that they're getting everything that they need done.
So they're working with the consultant. It's actually going to walk them through every single step so nothing falls through the cracks.
That's correct.
They know what's going on. Everything is going to be taken care of. So now somebody has decided that they're going to relocate. They want to go through Coldwell Banker, either the Affinity program or their company has told them that they're relocating. How do you guys select an agent? Share more about what makes a qualified agent for relocation.
So an agent will go through a training process similarly to what you did, Steve. They'll go through the training. They'll be background checked. They have to been licensed for a certain number of years as a real estate agent. They have to have been practicing their license within their current marketplace for a certain number of years. And they need to have a minimum number of sales within the prior 12 months that they need to maintain to stay on the relocation trained list.
Okay, so there's definitely some qualifications that are needed in order to get through this.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that the customer is being paired with a seasoned professional who really knows the market very well and can get the best service possible.
Great. Jonathan, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
And I hope that somebody will contact us for relocation.
I would love it.
Thanks for watching today's episode of The Home Sold. My name is Stephen Verdelli. I'm with Coldwell Banker in Wellesley. If you're considering buying, selling, or relocating, I can help you out. I can create a comprehensive marketing plan to get your house sold. I can be reached at 617-922-4714. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Another Home Sold. Thanks for watching. Remember, home is one of the nicest words there is. Thanks for watching. Next, we're going to go to Pegan Lane in Dover, one of my new listings and one of the most majestic homes that we've ever had here on Another Home Sold. Located on Pegan Lane, at the corner of Springdale, which was actually the original name of Dover, this home is over 8,000 square feet and sits on over 7.5 acres. Ultimate privacy. This 8,000 square foot home, 3-car garage, kitchen, measuring 21 by 20, fully applianced, top-of-the-line appliances. It also has an additional breakfast, butler's pantry, and morning breakfast area. Walnut floors throughout the entire house. Imported granite countertops leading into a dining room, which is 20 by 14. And two of the most beautiful rooms in the house is a sunroom that measures 16 by 31, surrounded by floor-to-ceiling windows under heat and air conditioning, following into a living room of 14 by 26 with a gas-lit fireplace. The family room, with majestic windows on either side measuring 25 by 21 with fireplace, built-ins, and a speakeasy, original speakeasy. House was built in 1910. Speakeasy was tucked away into the wall, hidden with a secret door, and actually has a metal grate on the window. This home has 6 bedrooms, 5 full baths, 2 half baths, as I mentioned before, and 8,000 square feet. Got renovation in 2015 by a local contractor. The house is very unique. Has an actual spring-fed water source, which is maintained on the property, cool water at 67 degrees, and has a brand new Gen X generator, so you're never going to lose power in this house. Also updated are all systems and technology. The house is fully equipped with video surveillance as well. Moving upstairs, the house has 4 bedrooms, on the second floor with the master bedroom. All rooms have ensuite baths. Again, the walnut floors carry through upstairs as well. All walk-in closets, ensuite baths with beautiful views. All new Pella windows throughout the entire house. Moving up to the third floor, there's a bonus room which is currently being used as a gym spa. And then there's actual spa with a dry sauna and steam shower and 2 additional rooms, or an office, one with gas fireplace. In addition to the main house is a guest house on the property, which measures approximately 2,000 square feet, 4-car garage, 2 bedrooms, fireplace, fully equipped kitchen. In addition to it is a Lord Burnham greenhouse on the back of the home. The house is majestically situated on 7 acres in Dover, beautiful hill, ultimate privacy, and I'd be happy to show this house to anyone who'd be interested in seeing this. Again, my name is Steve Verdelli, and I'm with Caldwell Banker. Thanks for watching today.